Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, hi, I'm thrilled you joined me today. We are about to dive into something absolutely mind-blowing, AI agents. Picture this, it's a chaotic Monday morning. You've got a million things on your plate, emails piling up, a presentation to prepare, and oh yeah, you promised your best friend you'd help plan their birthday party this weekend. Normally, you'd be drowning in stress, judging browser tabs and chugging coffee just to keep up. But what if you could lean over to your desk and say, hey, AI, handle my day for me, and just like that, an AI agent steps in, it sorts your inbox, drafts replies to urgent emails, pulls data for your presentation, and even orders a cake, books a venue, and sends out party invitations, all before you have finished your first cup of coffee. You're left thinking, wait, did I just got my life together in 10 minutes? That's the magic of AI agents. They're not just the tools, they're like having a super smart, tireless sidekick can tackle complex tasks with barely a nudge from you. In this video, we are going to unpack everything you need to know about AI agents. What are they? How do they work? How are they different from AI we're used to? And what does the future hold? Both the exciting stuff and the potential risks. We'll explore real-world examples, dig into nuts and bolts, and maybe even have a little fun imagining where this tech could take us. So grab a snack, maybe a coffee too, and let's dive into the wonderful world of AI agents. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss it. So let's kick things off with a big question. What are AI agents? At their core, they are software programs designed to act autonomously, meaning they don't need you to hold their hand through every step. Unlike traditional tools that wait for detailed instructions, AI agents can take a high-level goal, like plan my week, and figure out the rest of their own. They're problem solvers, decision makers, and doers, all rolled into one. Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're a small business owner running a bakery. You are swamped with orders and you need to restock ingredients, update your website, and post on social media to promote tomorrow's special. With traditional assistants like say a basic chatbot, you'd have to say search for floor price, then find supplier, then write a tweet about cupcakes. It's a clunky and you're still doing half the work. Now picture an AI agent. You say get the bakery ready for tomorrow and it's off to the race. It checks your inventory, find the best deals on flour and sugar, places the order, update your website with a daily special, and crafts a witty Instagram post with hashtags to boost engagement, all while you're decorating a cake. That's the difference. AI agents don't just help, they handle it. But it's not just for a small business. AI agents are popping up everywhere. In healthcare, for example, they're assisting doctors by shifting through mountains of patient data like X-rays, lab results, and medical histories to suggest, diagnose, or flag anomalies a entire human mind miss. Picture an AI agent saying, hey doc, this patient blood work looks off. Could be really beats. Want me to pull up similar cases? And that's one of the examples. For example, in finance, they're managing portfolios, analyzing market trends, and predicting stock dips and executing trades faster than Wall Street pros. Ever wondered how some investors seem to have a sixth sense? Spoiler, it might be an AI agent whispering in their ears. And in education, they are revolutionizing classrooms, personalizing lesson plans for each student, tutoring kids in math via video calls, and even grading essays with feedback like great argument. Let's tighten up that conclusion. It's like every kid gets their own private system. You might be thinking, okay, this sounds like Siri or ChatGPT on steroids, and you are not totally wrong. They do build on the language skills of models like GPT or Google's Gemini. But AI agents take it to another level. They're not just chatting with you, they're acting on the wall, planning, researching, and executing tasks with a level of independence that honestly a little futuristic. We are all talking about software that's less like a calculator and more like a coworker who's always 3 steps ahead. Pretty cool, right? Now let's get into the good stuff. How do these agents actually pull off their magic? There are 4 key ingredients that makes them amazing: planning, interacting with tools, memory and knowledge, access, and execution. So buckle up because we are going deep with tons of examples to bring it all to life, and you could get a better understanding about these AI agents. So first up, planning. Every task starts with a goal, and the AI agent's job is to turn that goal into a game plan. It's not just blindly jumping in, it's like a chess grandmaster plotting moves ahead of time. Using advanced algorithms like decision trees or reinforcement learning, it breaks big tasks into a bit-sized steps. Take a real-world example. You're a freelance graphic designer, and you tell your AI agent, get me ready for a client pitch next week. A basic tool might just Google pitch tips and call it a day. But AI agent? It thinks bigger. It might decide to research the client brand to tailor your pitch, pull competitor design for inspiration, draft a slideshow outline based on your past successful pitches, and schedule a practice run with a colleague. It's not just directing, it's strategizing. And here's the kicker. It gets smarter over time. Through machine learning, it analyzes what worked in the past, like how clients loved your bold color schemes, and tweaks its approach. So next time it might suggest, hey, this client in tech, let's lean into sleek, minimalist vibes. It's like having a creative partner who learns your style and sharpens its skills every gig. Next, AI agents can plug into the outside world by interacting with tools. This is huge. They're not stuck with whatever data they were trained on. They can grab fresh info and use software like a pro. This is of giving your AI a set of keys to the internet and beyond. Imagine you're a travel blogger planning a trip to Japan. You ask your agent, find me the best cherry blossom spots for next spring. A traditional model might guess based on old data, but an AI agent goes live. It browses travel sites, checks weather forecasts, scans Instagram for training locations, and even pulls pricing from booking platforms. It might say, Kyoto hotspot in April. Here are 3 gardens with cheap hotels nearby. And it's like having travel agent who never sleeps. But it's more than research. AI agents can use tools to act. Say you're a busy parent. You tell your agent, order dinner for tonight. It hops onto the delivery app, picks your family favorite pizza, because of course he knows you, applies a coupon it found online, and schedules delivery for 6 p.m. all while you're helping with homework for your kids. It can even sync with smart home gadgets, dimming lights, setting the mood, and preheating the oven if you're cooking instead. It's a digital multitasker with serious skills. Third, AI agents have memory, and not just short-term stuff. They can store info from past interactions, learn your habits, and tap into specialized databases for deeper insights. This is where techniques like retrieval augmented generation shine, letting them pull in exactly when they need it. Picture this. You are a student cramming for a history exam. You have been quizzing your AI agent all week on World War II. When you ask, give me a timeline of the key events, it doesn't just spit out a generic dates. It remembers you struggled with, for example, details last time and adds extra context. For example, June 6, 1944, Allies stormed Normandy, turning the tide in Europe. Remember how logistics were a nightmare and over 156,000 troops? It's like a tutoring who knows your weak spots. It helps you to remember stuff by, or for example, let's say you're a chef tweaking recipes. Your AI agent recalls you love spicy flavors and suggests, last month you nailed that chili sauce. Want to add a kick to this risotto? It's pulling from your culinary history, not just a random cookbook. Plus, it can access pro-level resources like a database of Michelin star techniques to level up your game. It's personal, precise, and always learning. And finally, an execution, where the rubber meets the road. Once the agent has planned, researched, and remembered, it acts. This is what sets it apart. It doesn't just talk, it does. Let's have some fun with this one. Imagine you're throwing a game night. You say, set up everything for tonight. Your AI agent dims the living room lights, cranks up the playlist on Spotify, orders snacks via DoorDash, texts your friends a reminder, and even picks a board game based on last time's Monopoly meltdown. Maybe something less competitive this round. It's not just planning a party, it's throwing it for you. Or think bigger, you're a startup founder. You tell your agent, launch a new product page. It writes the copy, uploads it to your website, emails your subscribers, posts a teaser on Twitter, and tracks clicks. All in an afternoon. It's like a one-person marketing team on steroids. Funny, no? And there's a wild peek into the future. AI agents might soon talk to each other. Imagine one agent researching a report, handling it to another to polish the writing, and third to design the results, then emailing it to your boss. Sign it with your name. It's a digital assembly line. We are just scratching the surface of what's possible. You should think bigger, and our imagination can't even imagine what's possible with these AI agents. Now, let's tackle a question I know some of you are asking: how AI agents are different from stuff like ChatGPT or Siri. They may look similar, both can chat and sound smart, but there is a massive gap under the hood. Traditional language models are static. They are trained on a fixed dataset, like a giant library frozen in time. If you ask ChatGPT what's the weather like today, it can't tell you. It's stuck in, say, 2023 data. Worse, it might hallucinate, making up a forecast because it doesn't know better. Ever get a confident but totally wrong answer from AI? That's why. It's like asking a historian about tomorrow's news. They're brilliant, but out of the loop. AI agents, they are dynamic. They don't just guess, they check. Ask an AI agent, what's the weather today? And it pings a weather API or browses a live site to say, sunny, 72 firing rate in New York, bring sunglasses. No outdated information, no fibs, just real-time facts. But the real game changer is action. Traditional models stop at work. They can write a killer email, but they can't send it. AI agents go further. Picture this, you're a photographer. You ask a traditional model, find me a gig, and it might list job sites. An AI agent, you say, get me a gig, and it searches freelance boards, drafts applications with your portfolio, and submits them. One's a helpful friend, the other's a hustler getting stuff done. Let's run for a quick test. Say you are buying a car. A traditional model might say, here is what to look for in a sedan, and an AI agent, you tell it, find me a used Honda under 20,000, and it scores chart list, filters for your city, emails sellers, and books a test drive. It's not just advice, it's results. That's the leap we are talking about. It's time to get real, because as good as AI agents sound, they're not perfect. With all this power, there are risks we can't imagine and we can't ignore. First up, autonomy gone wild. These agents act on their own, which is great, until it backfires. Imagine telling an AI agent, boost my social media followers. Without clear rules, it might spam people, buy fake accounts, or post a clickbait, all technically boosting, but totally sketchy. It's like a kid with a credit card. You need boundaries for them. Then there is over-reliance. If AI agent starts running out of lives, scheduling, shopping, deciding, what happens when they crash? Or worse, what if we stop thinking for ourselves? Picture a world where no one remembers how to plan a trip without AI. It's convenient until the Wi-Fi is out and we are all lost. And there's another reason: security is another biggie. These agents can access tools and data. So what if a hacker takes control? Imagine an AI agent means to manage your bank account, suddenly wiring cash to a scammer. Or worse, someone weaponizes an AI agent to flood the internet with fake news before an election. It's not sci-fi, it's a real threat we need to lock down. And don't get me started on ethics. If an AI agent books a surgery slot for one patient over another, who's to blame if it's the wrong call? The coder? The user? The AI? These are messy questions, and AI gets smarter, will need rules to keep it human friendly. Now let's flip to the fun part, the future. In, for example, 5 to 10 years, with models like GPT-6 or beyond, AI agents could be insane. They might run whole companies, hiring staff, cutting costs, launching products. Scientists could have agents designing experiments, testing hypotheses, and writing papers. Imagine telling your agent, cure cancer, and it starts crunching data with global lab in real time. Or picture agents as our digital twins negotiating deals, attending virtual meetings, or managing our online lives while we sit pina coladas in a beach. There's a catch. We got to steer this ship. Will AI agents amplify our best ideas or amplify ours? That's the question. It's on us to set the guardrails, making sure they are safe, ethical, and aligned with what makes us human. The future, wide open, it's going to be a wild ride. So let's wrap this up. AI agents are autonomous powerhouses. Planning, tool using, memory keeping, action taking, marvel. What blows past traditional AI? From sorting your inbox to revolutionizing industries, they're here to make life easier and work smart. We have seen how they strategize like pros, tap into the world like digital explorers, remember our quirks like old friends, and execute tasks like seasoned pros. They're not just the future, they're the now, and they're only getting started. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. We're got to watch the risks. Autonomy, reliance, security, ethics, and shape this tech responsibly. Because AI agents aren't just tools, they're partners, and how we use them will define the next decade. So what's your take? Are you pumped for AI agents to run your life, or do you think we are moving too fast? Drop your thoughts in comments. I'm dying to hear what you think. If this keeps dive below your mind, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next tech adventure. And thanks for sticking with me through this epic journey. See you in the next one. Bye.